Good morning, everyone. This is Augusta Ratliff here with OCI. I'm the Benefits Operations Manager. And today we have Blue Cross in the house to present our webinar for the month of April. We have Rachel Leedy and Donnie Slett that are going to be taking us through some products, some updates, some exciting things from Blue Cross for 2025. As you saw in the email that's sent out about the webinar, we do have open questions and answers. So you do have a chat box on your screen if you want to put your questions in there as we go. They are going to answer them. We will also answer some at the end. Say if you have quite a few, we'll get to those at the end. Today is recorded, so if you do need to come back and hear what we talked about or distribute to your office, that will all be sent out afterwards, including the questions that are asked. That will be in the follow-up email with some PDFs and some leave behinds, but we are very excited, so please feel free to ask your questions as we go. Reminder that we do these webinars monthly now around the 15th at 10:30 in the morning, so look for an email blast later this month for May. With that, I'm going to turn it over to Rachel.
All right, thank you, Gus. Hopefully everyone can hear me. I'm Rachel Leedy. I will be going over some product updates with you today. All right, hopefully the slides moved on. We're going to start off with the OCI Collective, and then we'll have some dental and vision updates, and then we'll end with pharmacy, wellness, and then, of course, your questions. Please feel free to interrupt me at any point. We will be having a lot of information shared, so, use that chat. So the OCI Collective is an exclusive group plan offering, say that 5 times fast, that's offered only to OCI agents. So this plan is exclusive to the Nebraska renewals and brings together the best parts of an association plan and level funding. It offers lower and consistent renewals and allows for groups to be individually rated to have an opportunity for the claims refund as well. So why offer the OCI level funded collective? This product has many names. So if you hear me say the collective, the OCI LFC, or the OCI level funded collective, it is all the same product, so I apologize if it does get confusing. The benefit of the OCI collective is that, again, it's exclusive to OCI and OCI's agents. It has a June renewal, so you'll have that off-date cycle to hopefully lessen the load for 1/1. You'll have rate stability with block renewals, so that's the benefit of having like that association blend. It is based off of the block, so it'll help with those spikes at renewal time. It is built exactly off of ChamberChoice. You have that same 12-month run-out policy, the same stop-loss policies, and then no lasering at renewal. All of the plan designs are exactly the same. They all meet the Nebraska state mandates for self-funded plans. And the rates are typically 20 to 30% lower than the similar ACA plans. So it's better for those groups, if they are maybe running better than others, to go for the level funded as opposed to the traditional ACA plans. There's multiple networks available, same plan designs as ChamberChoice, about 15 plan options, and then it does have that wellness program included in it, Vitality. We'll go over that later today. And then, of course, the opportunity for profit sharing at the end of the year, and it's, again, only available to OCI agents, so exclusive to you guys. Another benefit is that the contract lengths do depend on when the group joins. So you could have potentially a short or long contract. If the group joins between July and November, they will have a short contract. And if they join between December and May, they will have a long contract. And of course, if they were to join in June, it is that traditional 12-month contract. So just as a recap, they can have, that block renewal to help with that rate stability. It's exclusive to you guys, and they can have either that short or long contract, and it's all based off of the ChamberChoice products. And with that, I'll pass it off to Denise to speak on the master group application process, and exclusive to OCI as well is us piloting the DocuSign process that she'll go over here now.
All right, good morning, everyone. This is Donnie Slett. What I'm going to go over is just the DocuSign process for the MGA on the collective plans. We actually use the same template as we do for the ChamberChoice. So if you have seen those, it's the exact same, but there will be some verbiage at the top, just letting you know that it is an OCI self-fund or level funded collective plan. And a reminder that there's 2 open enrollments for the June 1st renewal. The open enrollment will take place in May, and then December for their second open enrollment period for the January 1 effective dates. We have included the process of the DocuSign for the MGA. First, you would go ahead and submit your renewal decision to the group admin at OCI. Please remember to include the group contact who will be signing that MGA, because then I will send it directly to them. It will then be sent, so I will send to OCI once I have the MGA populated based on the information that we have. So any changes you want in there, you'll want to let us know. It will then go to the broker for review and signature. After that, it would automatically go to that group contact with the email that you had provided at the renewal confirmation. You'll review, sign. You can add, make any changes that you need, preferably at that point, because it is a little bit of a process to make the changes once you have it all signed. So if there's anything in there that you don't, that isn't correct or that you have questions on, please get those updated before you sign. Then at that point, once that's signed, it goes back to OCI for a final review and approval, and then they send it on to me, and we get that signed and submitted for that renewal to be processed. All right, we're going to hand it back on over to Rachel. If you have any questions, again, go ahead and put it in the chat, and we'll get back to you on those.
Thank you, Donnie. So that's all we had on the OCI Collective. We'll have questions at the end, but like Donnie had said, just put it in the chat if you have any right now. The next big thing that we have is our improvements to our dental product. As of 1/1/2025, we did revamp our rating structure. If you had quoted it previously, you may have noticed that our rates were not necessarily in line with the market. Our single and spouse rate tended to be way too high compared to our competitors, and that's typically what you look at to see how the quote's going to go. If the single rate's off, the whole quote's off. So our child and family rates were more competitive, but again, you don't get to that point to notice it. So now we have changed our structure to be kind of a net even. We flipped those. Our spouse and employee-only rates will be much more in line with the market, and then our child and family rates will also be much more in the market as well. They've gone up about 20%. So if you do get these dental quotes and you see that maybe the rating is still off compared to those competitors, please do let me know. Our products are only as good as you tell us, so all the feedback you can give us is preferred, so we can make this tailored to you. Looks like I have a question. Will existing groups with Blue Cross Blue Shield be given this option at their renewal? Are you mentioning that on the DocuSign or on the dental? On the DocuSign, yeah. So will the existing groups with Blue Cross be given this option at the renewal to use the DocuSign?
Yes, yes. All of brokers that go through OCI should now be should be on the DocuSign for all MGAs for Blue Freedom, ChamberChoice, and the Collective for those products. Blue Pride, I know that's handled a little bit differently, but at this time, any broker that goes through OCI should be using DocuSign for their MGAs.
Thanks, Donnie. Good question. Will Blue Cross existing groups be given the option to renew to the level-funded ACA exclusive OCI plan? Are you asking if they were from ACA and they're going to the OCI plan, or if they're on Chamber and moving to OCI? Regardless, yes, at renewal, they can move to the OCI Collective. That is totally up to you, and we do encourage that. You'll just want to let OCI know at the time if that's what you wanted to do. Yes, they are underwritten. So next I have some updates that are going to be coming to our group dental. Outside of the pricing changes that happened 1/1, we will also be making some underwriting and pricing changes coming this fourth quarter. Regretfully, I don't have a date yet. I'm hoping it'll be 10/1. It sounds like it's going to be more like 1/1, but we are pushing to have it be as soon as possible so you have just another tool in your tool belt for that busy fourth quarter. The main changes that are going to be coming are changes to our participation requirements as well as our contribution requirements for our dental. Both of those are extremely high right now, and of course, just again, it's not in line with the market. Our participation requirements are currently set at 50, and that will be going down to 20%. Our contribution requirements are going from 60%, again, really high, down to 5% of the single rate. And we will now also be adding a voluntary plan option. I know typically with dental and vision, really, they're mostly voluntary options that the employer can just add as a benefit to their employees, and we now will have that option. So we are kind of, expanding our scope of who will be able to use our dental. Maybe it was only like 10% of groups. Now we're hoping for maybe 90 to 95% of groups will be able to find a solution with us. The last three on there are surcharges that we added. They really didn't make any sense. The first one there is a 9% urban surcharge, not rural. Again, makes really no sense. And we penalize groups for having no prior dental or medical, and those are also going to be going away. So they'll all have the same rates. They'll all have the same plans available to them. It'll be much easier for you and much easier for the groups to understand as well. Again, no date on this at this time, but I am hoping that it will be sooner than later. Next up, I have a very exciting product update. We will be coming out with a new vision product. We're partnering with iMed on this. We will have the largest network in the state as well as in the country. And this will be effective 10/1 of this year. So you will be able to have that full health benefit option through Blue Cross effective 10/1 of 2025. We're very excited about this opportunity. We'll be able to look at the whole body, picture health, and be able to determine, maybe things were missing prior with only having the medical. Now I'll be able to take better care of our members and easier access for you guys. Because we'll have all three products, there will be bundling discounts. My next slide will go more in depth on that. It will be one bill and one ID card. So again, ease of use for you. If your group asks for a bill or they ask for an ID card, it's only one. You don't have to go search for 1, 2, 3, or however many. It will all be in one, so ease for the member. They can go to the pharmacy or wherever, the eye doctor, and it's one ID card. They don't have to go digging through their wallet. And then one bill for the group. All they have to look at is one thing to show, here's my premiums for this month, and I don't have to go look at another thing and pay out of different, accounts. It's really easy for them to use and easy for you to administer. The biggest part of our vision product is our Shades of Blue add-on that we will have. It's at no cost to the groups. It's built into all of our products. It will be a free sunglass benefit every 2 years for subscribers and their spouses, not children. And all they have to do is get their annual eye exam to be eligible. They can pick from a myriad of different designer sunglasses options. There'll be Ray-Bans, Michael Kors, Guess, all kinds of choices. There is an opportunity for a buy-up plan that has, Versace, Pucci, American Optical, those kinds of options. But because our base plan is so robust, I can't see there being too much of a need for that, but it is an option if the group would like it. Our product manager who came out with this, he came from Delta Dental, and he did pilot something similar to this at Delta Dental, and they had a 100% retention rate with every group that took it. So I think it will be a huge benefit for our members, easier for you to not have to move a group every year. I think the members will be really happy with this new benefit. If they are like myself and they have, prescription glasses, they can get prescription lenses put into the sunglasses. They will just need to take those sunglasses and bring them back into the eye doctor to have them fitted for their prescription lenses. So ultimately, these members could alternate every year between their regular pair of glasses and sunglasses, excuse me. And then have their lenses fitted because we will have a 12-month lens benefit. So really easy for members, really fun and exciting for them. And they are cute sunglasses. I'll just put that out there. They're not just these random, they may be like these designer brands, but they're not cute. They are going to be cute and wearable sunglasses. So very, very excited for that option. Because we are revamping our dental and coming out with vision, we are going to be changing our Mutual of Omaha discount. We're not getting rid of it. I do want to be very clear on that. It is just changing. So it will no longer include the dental and vision products in that discount. You will need to use our dental and vision products in order to get that discount going forward. Any group that currently has Mutual of Omaha discount with dental or vision, they will be grandfathered in and they will keep that discount going forward. We don't want to change, these groups' discounts that they have or the products that they have just because we're changing ours. It's just going to be for new groups going forward. The one part of this that I really want to make sure I point out, star, underline, highlight, is that because we are adding our dental and vision on here, they have to have either our dental or our vision to unlock any discount with Mutual of Omaha. So they have to have at least our dental or our vision, and then they can have, the basic life or long-term disability or whatever with Mutual of Omaha and get that discount. But if they don't have our dental and vision, there's no discount for any mutual line. The discounts are still weighted the same. It's going to be 0.5% off the medical for every product that they have, up to 3 products or 1.5%. If you do know that you're planning on selling our dental and vision together, just let me know beforehand and I can try to get you that full 1.5% for having the trifecta of our 3 products together, but just let me know. Any questions on our ancillary lines before I move forward to our different product enhancements? Perfect. So the next 2 slides I have are going to be going over FlexAccess. This is our specialty drug copay solution. This first one on here is FlexAccess Standard. That is for PPO plans only. This came out last year, so we've had it for about 2 years now. And what this is, it is a manufacturer coupon assistance program where if a member is taking a drug that's on the list of 500 drugs, they will then, when they go to the pharmacy and get that script filled, FlexAccess will be notified to reach out to that member to get them enrolled in the program. So this means going forward, every fill that they have will have that discounted rate for them. On the PPO plans, their cost could be anywhere from $0 to $35 as opposed to the $250 or, thousands of dollars without the insurance. So big benefit to our members, either free or up to $35 for these really expensive prescriptions that they could have. As of 1/1 of 2025, we did add this to our high deductible health plans. So this part of it is called FlexAccess Qualified, and it is specific to the HSA plans. It does function a little bit differently than it does on the standard FlexAccess. There is no drug list. It is pharmacy specific. Because it is an HSA plan, there is no copay or like a cost I can share with you, but they will have typically a 50% reduction in their cost when they go fill that script at the pharmacy. It functions similarly when they go to the pharmacy where they just scan their ID card. And again, if they're taking a drug that qualifies, FlexAccess will be notified, and then they will reach out to the member to get them enrolled in that program to make sure that they have the lowest cost going forward. We really wanted to make this easy for our members. There's no searching they have to do. They don't have to, be educated on it beforehand if they don't need to be. FlexAccess will reach out to them and help them get through the program to make it easier for them. Any questions on FlexAccess? I know it's kind of a complicated product enhancement. So if you have any questions now or later, please don't hesitate to reach out and I'm happy to go over it with you. And I know these groups, typically the member that takes the prescription drug, that's the high cost claimant, it may only make up like 5% of the enrolled population, but that 5% tends to make up, 75% of the claims cost just through their pharmacy spend. So this will help both the member and the plan through formularies that are way too above my head on the back end. They do also lower the cost that is applied to the plan, so their claims are less, and hopefully that helps the renewals with the employer as well. So benefit on both sides. If there's no questions on FlexAccess, I will move over to our last product enhancement that I had to talk about today, and that is the power of Vitality. This is our rewards-based wellness program that is built into our level funded plans. As of 1/1, it was also added to Blue Freedom. And because it is on our level funded plans, that means it is included in the OCI Collective. So every benefit that applies to Chamber applies to the collective as well. Members who utilize this program, they will be able to earn up to $175 in gift cards every year by completing healthy activities. So if they were to go get their biometric screening or get their flu shot, they can log that in the system and get points for it and then get what is that word? Gift cards at the end. Thank you, Denise. But yeah, so they do have easy ways to get the program if they watch, healthy activities or like cooking lessons online. That would qualify them for points. They can sync it up with their Apple Watch, and that gets them points just for taking steps every day. It's very easy for these members to utilize this program, and it's no cost to the group. It's all built in. A lot of people internally use these gift cards as Christmas gifts. Again, you get that $175, and you can use that, you know, my family likes to do these kind of games where if you throw a ping pong ball into a cup or a quarter, whatever that corresponding prize is, then you get that. And this would be a great option to put into that as well. Any questions on Vitality? Well, that is all I have to go over today. So now is going to be time for some questions. I know we went through that kind of quick, and it was a ton of information thrown at you at once. So please let me know any questions you have. If you can't think of any in the moment, that's totally fine as well. Reach out to me or your wonderful OCI team, and they'd be happy to help you at any time.
Okay, it doesn't look like we have, oh, maybe we do have a question.
Will the OCI Collective products be automatically quoted at renewal for the groups that are eligible?
So I'll actually take this one. This is Gus again. We will be requesting the OCI Collective for all Blue Cross groups where their claims are really great. It is eligible. So you will be receiving those. If you want to send us a reminder, though, that's always appreciated for groups you're looking for. But anytime we're requesting a ChamberChoice, we will also be requesting an OCI Collective.
Good question, Kat. How do these rates compare to the current Blue Cross level funded chamber plans? So you're going to find they're very comparable. If they do have a longer contract, of course, those rates will be slightly higher. That is simply because we have to cover those claims for a longer period of time. If it were to have a shorter contract, they may be even better because, again, it's a less period of time to cover those claims. But they will be very, very comparable to the traditional ChamberChoice quotes that you get. If not less, but it'll depend on every group. But yes, this is a good option for you to look at. It could be potential savings for them. And then, of course, they'll have that block renewal at renewal, so it will help with their consistency long term. That's a good question as well. Shelly's on it with her questions today.
And we do have some brochures for the OCI Collective that we can send out with the follow-up from today, which, again, is a good point. We'll be sending out a follow-up that has the recording, a few flyers that we have, some value adds, and then we can add in the brochure for the OCI Collective. And then if you guys have any questions at all, you can always feel free to reach out to group sales, group admin, or myself. We'll be happy to answer any of those. Again, thank you everyone for being on. Thank you to our Blue Cross team for being a great partner and presenting today. We do appreciate it. As another reminder, we will have a webinar coming in May. You'll see a broker blast for that to go over what we will be reviewing and with what carrier. Again, thank you everybody for taking the time out of your morning to join us, asking great questions, great feedback, and we will see you next month. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Appreciate it.
Thank you.